Hi everyone, welcome to MarikaCreations. Today I will share with you 3 Christmas DIYs and they are all about bells. And this video is part of my winter and Christmas DIY series, Love and Light, and it will continue up until Christmas. So you don't want to miss that, hit that subscribe button and join me on my journey of love and light. So let's get crafting. My first DIY, I have this branch that I will be using, hanging Christmas decor from and on, and these beautiful tiny bells. There are plenty of them. They have been or are still some kind of mobile, and I have some mini ornaments as well and some icicles, beautiful. And I will hang this branch on my mirror, and I will use one of these ribbons. I don't know which at this point, we'll see in a moment. First off, I am spray painting my red ornaments in a golden color. They just needed one coat. Now I will make a gnome out of this toilet paper roll. I'll cut it off a little bit because it will be shorter, and a wooden bead and a pipe cleaner as the legs, and this cork sheet that I will put on the bottom of my gnome. And I have different kinds of fabrics and some faux fur. So I am cutting out a strip for the legs and for the body, and that is for the hat, an old blanket. I start off with the legs there, hot glue onto this piece of felt fabric, and then rolling it onto my pipe cleaner like that, and cut off the excess. Voila, we have legs. And I'm pushing them inside the toilet paper roll and hot glue them into place, and hot glue the legs like that, and then the bottom, the cork sheet there. And then I will cover the body with this felt fabric, same as for the legs, just hot gluing it and put the excess down the roll, hot gluing the nose into place. And now the beard, I'm cutting it from the back side, not to cut too much of the fur, and then hot gluing it into place, and a tiny bit extra for the mustache. Now time for the hat. Just make sure I have the right size, and then cut out the shape and hot glue it together like so. And then the top of the hat, I will just glue it together and take a white thread, the same color as the hat, and just tie it together like you see me do here, and then put it into place. But I needed something to make it stand up straight, because that's what I want to do with the hat. So I have some pillow stuffing that I put into the hat and then hot glue it into place. And now it is time for the feet of my Santa. Same fabric as for the hat, and I take a double fabric and just cut out the shape of a boot and hot glue it onto the leg like you see me do here. This video is part of a challenge, Jingle All the Way, and it is hosted by Shantell at Crafty Hints and co-hosted by Brenda at Rustic and Lace DIY. And if you're not familiar with these ladies and their channels, in my description box you will find links to their channels, as well as a link to the playlist of this challenge for more Jingle Bell inspiration. I will also use this bottle brush tree in my vignette, but I need to cut off the foot like so, and then I will spray paint it in a golden color. And now for the branch, and I have decided to go for this more rustic jute ribbon as my hanger, and I attached it with the help of some jute twine. And I will remove this lace ribbon because it was far too short and I preferred the jute ribbon. Time to assemble everything I have hung up my branch on my armoire, and now I am putting my bells into place. They already had these beautiful golden strings they hang from, so that was perfect. And I started out with 5 of them, but then in the end I will put 2 more, so I will have 7 in total. And the little bottle brush tree, I have drilled a tiny hole, and I will later on put it into place with the help of some hot glue. Now I have some Christmas picks that I put together with the help of some jute twine, and I tie it onto the branch like that. And now it is time to put on some of my beautiful icicles and also a bow out of a golden ribbon. So I'm just tying it together with some jute twine, fluff it up and ducktail it, and put the last of my icicles into place, and then the bow on top of it like that. And now I take my mini ornaments, 1 of the golden ones and 2 of the white. I tie them together, and then with the help of a beautiful golden ribbon, I tie them onto the branch like that in the center of the bow, looking beautiful, and I let the ribbons hang down. And now onto my center, I decided to put it there, right there next to the tree, and on the other end I will put another pick, similar but not identical. You will see in the end. I'm sorry that the camera is trembling a bit. My cat decided to sit on the stool that I put the camera on. And here it is, hanging on my mirrors in my living area, looking beautiful. And all these bells, they look like they are twice as many because of the reflection in the mirror. And there are my colors for this Christmas, white and gold. Tell me what you think. My second DIY, I will make a Christmas wreath using this wreath form here that I made some years ago, and these 2 bells. I remove the nautical rope and prepare them for painting, because I will spray paint them in a golden color to match my Christmas color scheme, like that. Only 1 coat inside and out, and I have this blanket. I have cut out a strip of it, and I will cover up this wreath. It's a shame, I like this rustic wreath, but I have an idea for this wreath and I need to cover it. So I just wrap it around, a dot of hot glue at the beginning and at the end. And I will continue cover it with another strap, and now it is all covered, and I go around the wreath with this golden ribbon. Same procedure here, a dot of hot glue in the beginning and the end. And I cut off a little bit extra at the end there and tie a knot, and then create a little hanger. Now I take this pearl gold garland and I tie it onto itself, just twisting the pearls and just secure it on the top there. And my plan is to swag it to each of the sides. You will see what I'm doing here instead of me trying to explain. 3 on each side, like that. Now I just have to figure out how to secure them. I have taken some white metal wire, 3 of them, 1 on the top and 1 on each side, and I just secure them. And now I can put the swags onto the wire and on the top and secure them as I go. If you're new to my channel, hi, I am Marika, and on this channel I do lots of DIYs, thrift flips, trash to treasure, renovation of my home, some pottery, some painting, anything creative. Please join me. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and let's be friends. Once I'm done, I'm just twisting the wire to secure them and tuck it away on the back of the wreath. I take some Christmas picks and put them together like that and secure them with some jute twine. And then when I am happy how they look, I will cut off the excess of the wires on the picks. Here is my wreath now, and I have twisted the excess of the garland onto the bottom of the wreath. I place my picks on the top of my wreath, and I decided to go for 2 tiny ones more. I just secure them with the wire they came with, and then I am hot gluing the whole piece into place like so. And now on to the making of a little bow. Tie it together with a golden thread like that and cut off the excess. And I make 2 of those, 1 for each bell. My bells have dried, and now I am tying them together with this golden ribbon, and I will tie it onto the wreath like that. Beautiful. And now I am attaching my bows with the help of some hot glue, and my creation is complete. Here it is, hanging on my fireplace, looking beautiful. I love how it turned out. Tell me what you think. Leave me a comment down below. I have yet to complete my Christmas mantle display, but this is a good start, I think. For my 3rd and final DIY, I will make a bell, a huge bell, and I have this thin plastic ball and a paper roll that I will use, and I will make half a bell, so I will cut it into 2 with the help of my box cutter like that, and I will shorten the paper roll a little bit so I have it the height that I want it to be in, and then I cut off a little bit on the back of my roll as well, so this is how it looks. Take a piece of cardboard and I will trace the shape of my bell like that and cut it out with my scissors, and this will be the back of my bell to help it stay together. And I just hot glue the pieces onto this piece of cardboard. Then I take the leftover pieces of the paper roll and cut strips of it and place it on the top of my bell to get a more rounded shape there. Some more of my cardboard and cut out the shape of the bottom of my bell and hot glue it into place. This is the first step of my bell skeleton. Now onto the second layer with this piece of cardboard here. I just cut it to size and then I fold my cardboard and cut it to the size that I need, and then fold it a little bit more so it's more flexible. And I have cut out these strips, not all the way down. I will cut them a little further later on, but that will help me to put it into place. So now I am hot gluing the bottom part like that. Now you can see that they are still too short, so I cut them a little bit more. And now I have begun molding them onto my skeleton and hot glue them as I go. So you have the bell shape there. It starts to look like a bell now, doesn't it? If you don't think so, bear with me. It will look beautiful in the end. We'll put plaster on top of it to smoothen everything out, but before I do that, I put on a base coat of a white acrylic. Any paint will do, just a base coat. And then I will also make some ridges on my bell with the help of some rope that I just hot glue into place where I see fit. Time to put the plaster on and smooth out anything that is too uneven. I don't mind it being rustic and a little bit not perfect. I just put on as much as I think I need. And now on to the clapper of my bell. I have this styrofoam ball that I cut in half, and then one of the halves I will cut that in half, so I need a quarter of this styrofoam ball as my clapper, and I just hot glue it into place like that, and then set everything to dry for a bit. It is now dried, and I take a piece of sandpaper and smooth out the plaster. And again, a rustic handmade feel. It doesn't need to be perfect. I have this ring, must have been part of a tier trade or something, that I had put into place with the help of a screw and loads of hot glue. And now it is time to put on a base coat. This is also a base coat. It is golden, but more a yellowy golden, which I don't like very much. But I put it into place before I will spray paint it, just as a base coat. And now it's time to spray paint it, and I do it late at night. So I'm there with a flashlight. And I only needed one coat of this gold spray paint. This is how it looks like next day. Beautiful already. And now it's time for some dry brushing. So I have this black acrylic paint that I'm dry brushing to get a more worn, rustic feel to it, even more rustic. And especially on the bottom there to get a shading. And after I'm done with the black acrylic, I will go over it with my creamy golden color. It's another nuance of gold, so it breaks it up beautifully, and it's creamy, and I go over it especially on the ridges because it looked a little bit like painted rope, and I didn't like that. Now it's time to embellish my bell. I have these picks that I've used throughout the projects today. Love them. and I put them together as I want them, tie it together with some jute twine like you see me do here, and then cut off the excess wires and hot glue it into place on the top of my bell. And then it's time for another bow. I use this golden ribbon that I used in my first project, and I tie together with some jute twine. I will hang all my pieces that I made today in my living area, so I want a cohesive look. And once I'm happy with the bow, I just put on a dab of hot glue, put it into place. And now it's time for my mini ornaments, 2 golden and 1 white. Tie them together with just a piece of golden string here and hot glue them into place like that. Beautiful. Now it's time for the clapper, and I take this golden ribbon and I have 4 strands hanging down, and I take a golden wire that I had on hand and just tie them onto this wire. And then I will also put one of my golden icicles onto this piece here, and then bend my wire and put it into the styrofoam on the back, and a little dab of hot glue, and voila. And here it is, hanging in my living room, looking pretty on that stone wall. So tell me, what do you think of my creations today? Which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video and videos like this, hit that like button and the subscribe button for more inspirational videos. I have loads and loads of Christmas DIYs in the making. If you want more Jingle Bell inspiration straight away, head on over to my description box and hit that playlist link to this challenge. If you want to see more of my videos, hit that Christmas inspiration playlist icon appearing on the screen right here. Just click and enjoy. Thank you so very much for watching. See you soon again in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye.